Alright, welcome to chest day. We just hit a little bit of bench. I always like to work up to like a heavy double, triple, or single. So we hit, 335 for one. Felt pretty good. Now we're just going to burn out. I think we're hitting right now a little bit of flies, kind of get the chest warmed up, and then we'll go over to some incline Smith machine. And then after that, or I might do incline dumbbell. I'm not sure. But yeah.
God, fuck.
So in a lot of my exercises, I've been incorporating like the 3 or 4 like half reps at the bottom, and it's been helping out. I do the pump that I get from that is crazy. I used to do that all the time, and then I kind of quit for some reason. I don't know why, but starting to incorporate those half reps at the bottom, like 3, and then 1 full rep, and then back down half, couple halves, and then 1 full again. Dude, it feels amazing. Just wrapped up chest day. It was a fucking great day. I mean, it started off kind of slow. When I was benching, I didn't film any bench intros or anything like that. I didn't film an intro at all. We just worked up to 335, did it for a pause single, which was great. If you know me, I always like to do my first lift to be like a heavy compound movement,
just to get that heavy lifting like fix that I need. I wouldn't say that I've trained powerlifting style for like a while, and with like I mix them both together because I feel like if you have a little bit of a powerlifting background and a little bit of bodybuilding background, you can kind of mix them well together. Your form's going to be solid on everything because you practice powerlifting. Like my form on bench is solid, my form on squat is solid, my form on deadlift is pretty solid. And then you kind of just incorporate a bodybuilding style with that, and I feel like you get the best of both worlds. So I'm fairly comfortable overloading on like bench and everything just because I'm used to like the heavy weights. So my nervous system's primed for those weights, and it's just nice to be able to lift heavy. So yep, I always like to start off with like a heavy compound lift, and then we'll move on to more of the hypertrophy, like burning out, exhaustion until failure. If I had to pick between the two, which one I do like more, I would definitely say that I do like the bodybuilding style better, just because I was talking about it in the last video. You're really able to just see how hard you can possibly push yourself, because when you're doing powerlifting, yes, it sucks in its own way. Like you have to do a heavy fucking 5x5 or a 3x3, but you don't have to go till complete. You don't have that mental like, all right, you're at failure, you can't do one more. Hopefully you have like a spotter or something so they can help you push past failure. And the burn and like the fatigue and the exhaustion is just, for me, it feels better. I personally like the mental battle part of all of that stuff. So that's why I would prefer bodybuilding over strength, but I do still respect powerlifting. I do like to be strong, and I do hop back and forth. Like someday in the future, I probably will run another powerlifting split like I've had in the past. Because it is nice to like, okay, because I put on more muscle, but now let's turn this muscle into strength and see where my numbers are at then. So every time I work up, I do bodybuilding for, let's say, I don't know, like 6 months, 8 months, I'm putting on a lot more size. Now it's time to turn that size into strength and see what my new numbers are in powerlifting. And every time I've done that, my powerlifting numbers have always went up. And I think it's just because I have more muscle mass on my frame, and I still do lift heavy to keep my nervous system kind of primed. Obviously, I'm not as strong as I possibly could be right now if I was solely doing powerlifting, but I still do keep my nervous system sort of primed for when I do go back to like a powerlifting style training. Like it's not like a big shock to me anymore. But I think the goal right now it's mostly to work on the diet aspect of training. For me, I was talking about it in the gym. I don't know if I'll post that part, but I'll kind of just rephrase what I was saying. Is for me, training comes very easy to me. I've been doing it for 7, maybe 8 years. I'm not sure now. I'd go 7 days a week. I hit one muscle group every single day. I go to the gym. Personally, that's how I like to train, just so I can go pretty much every day and not be super exhausted. And it's worked out for me I've been doing this probably for, I'd say over a year now. It's just hard for me to take rest days, so I like to get in the gym at least every single day. But I forgot where I was going with this. Yeah, food-wise, training, it comes super easy to me, but dieting is that's the hardest fucking part for me, is figuring out. It's not really figuring out what to eat. It's just like in the moment when I get back to my house, instead of eating, because I always beef and rice. There's always beef and rice is my thing. Instead of eating beef and rice, I would rather hop on DoorDash or something and get like Barro's Pizza, or maybe some like quesadillas or something like that, instead of eating some bland beef and rice. So maybe I need to just switch up of what my diet is going to be. Maybe I can make it a little bit more yummy, a little bit better to eat. But yeah, if I could get that dialed in, man, we're off to the races, because it's going to be nuts after that. That's been what's been holding me back the most, is 100%, like 110%. It's been my diet. My training's fucking fine. It's just putting on that more weight so I could put on more muscle mass. I've never bulked before in my life. I've always just gained from when I was 130 pounds all the way up into what I am now, 184 pounds. and I feel like I'm pretty lean at this weight that I'm at now. You could 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I could be competition ready for a bodybuilding meet and just diet down a little bit. I'd be solid. But I don't want to be that lean. I want to be able to put on some weight, so I get up to like 205, 200, 210, around that range, and then diet back down and hopefully be at like a solid like 195 at this lean. Oh, dude, that'd be nuts. That'd be pretty fucking awesome. So, and with that stuff, it just takes discipline. It's just like not feeding into my urges of eating something that's unhealthy, one, and two, just sticking to the fucking diet. So once we get that all figured out, it's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna go back today. I think what I'm gonna do is just, and what, if you guys are struggling with the same thing as me, make a plan, like write it out. So I'm gonna go back, write it out. I'm gonna write out what I'm gonna eat, what time I'm gonna eat it at. So I usually eat breakfast. Breakfast is good. It's the same thing every day. And then I go to the gym around 9 a.m. in the morning in Arizona time. And I don't get done because I'm filming, hanging out with some friends in there and everything. And I don't get done filming and working out until like, I get back home around 12:30. So I'm spending like 3.5 hours in the gym. And sometimes I get back and I start editing instead of eating. So I'll probably schedule my next meal for like 1 o'clock. Next meal after that, maybe like 3:30, 4 o'clock. And then I want to try to get 5. So like at 7 o'clock, and then like maybe like a small meal right before I go to bed at like 9:30. But that's the hardest part, is like when I'm in bed, I just don't want to eat anymore. I just want to go to bed. I just usually pass out before I can get my last meal in. So I'm going to try it, and I'll let you know how it works. I'm going to write out what I'm going to eat. I'm going to prep for the day, or for the week, for at least 3 or 4 days, because I don't like my food sitting in the fridge for too long. I'll probably prep for the week being like 3 days, and then prep again, and see how that works. Hopefully we can put on some size, put on some weight, because like I said, man, that's the thing that's holding me back the most, and I know it. So once we get that diet, or that all worked out, we're gonna be solid. But yeah, with these videos, this longer form content, let me know what you guys like to see. I know I'm kind of doing sort of like the Sam Sulek style, and honestly, okay, am I copying Sam Sulek in a way? Yes. Why? Because I bought this camera and this film setup like years ago, and that was before all of Sam Sulek, and it was kind of like the really crazy edits and everything, and these crazy transitions and shit. And I'm like, I filmed for like a week, and I'm like, dude, I can't do these edits. Like, it's too out of my league. I can't pay a videographer. Like, I can't do any of this stuff. And I'm like, well, if I just film raw videos like this, then no one's gonna watch that because it's boring. And then I seen what Sam Sulek, I don't know when he blew up, maybe like a year ago or less, when he started really blowing up, like 6 months ago. I'm like, what? Like, I could have been doing this the whole time. Obviously the man's fucking way bigger than me. He's stronger than me. But his filming style is exactly what I should have been doing a long time ago. Is just the more raw, down to earth, get in the gym, fucking go to failure, get a solid workout in, have a nice genuine talk with the audience, and then go about your day. Who would have thought that people would have that craving for that type of content? I mean, I didn't think it. And until I started watching his videos, I'm like, oh, dude, I enjoy watching this, because he actually seems like a human being, genuine, down to earth. He's not in the gym trying to act like a fool, doing these cringy ass, wearing a mask, like flexing, acting like a fucking villain or anything. He just goes in there, he gets his shit done, and he leaves, and he has a good talk with you on the way. So yes, I am copying his style, but the reason why I'm copying it is because that's kind of who I am too. So take it with whatever, however you want to take it. I mean, eventually over time, as I do this more and more, I will eventually develop my own style, my own flow with things. But it's kind of, for now, I'm going to keep it with this simple type of content. And over the, I guess the months will progress, we'll get better. And we'll just make it fun. So, and then I need to get I want to get something so I don't have to sit in my car, so I can drive back, so I'm not sitting at the gym parking lot forever, so I can mount my camera. Got to find something on Amazon to do that. But yeah, I'm gonna go back home now. I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna plan out my meal prep for the week, for the day, and I'll keep you guys updated on that. Fingers crossed. We'll get after it. We're going to put on some size. So that's it for today's video, guys. I'll be back again tomorrow. I'm trying to make this, I keep saying try. I gotta stop saying that. I'm gonna make this a daily thing, daily long form content. You can expect that from me, and also daily short form content. Just like little snippets of like whatever my workout was for the day. And yep, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.